What's going on, guys? Zach Perna here, and today's video is a fun one. So before we get into it, I need you to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because these are the call to actions, guys, that I forget to make every single time, and that's why my videos get no likes, that's why I got no views, that's why I got no subs. These are the pity likes right here, but anyway, I'll give you guys a second, 3, 2, 1, and go, and done. Thank you. Now, into today's video. So, a bit of context, it's been a while since I just took my camera and filmed what I wanted to film just because I wanted to do it. If I vlogged or not, I've been too caught up in like trying to think of video ideas and all that stuff. So I thought for this, I was going on a holiday with my family, and I thought, you know what, for this holiday, I'm just gonna film because I wanna film. I'm not gonna think about what I'm gonna make. If I don't even post the video, so be it. So this video is technically for me. This is not for you guys, this video is for me. But I really hope you enjoy it. It's basically just about what I got up to in the land of fire and ice. Was I part of Game of Thrones? No, but I went to Iceland. So the first thing that I learned is that Iceland is very, very far away. So we decided to check out Singapore first. Now Singapore has to be one of the sickest places I've ever been to. The shopping was crazy, the food even better, and the scenery was amazing. But it was Mum's birthday and she wanted to go to Iceland. So I'm not just gonna stay in Singapore for 16 years and spend all my money there shopping. We will go to Iceland, and that is where I learned where the name comes from. Because it's fucking freezing, literally freezing. What flavor can that is?
It's shit.
It is freezing here.
I was hoping we'd have arse seaters back here, but arse seaters.
Arse seaters. Heaven. Just gonna get a room tour. In pitch black. So 9 AM here, 9:12. And it is still pitch black outside. Check this room. I was gonna show you guys yesterday, but Joel was feeling sick, so he was asleep at 7:30.
Yeah, I was dusted.
Absolutely done and dusted. Just pitch black. You can't even see anything, you just see me. Awesome. Can you? No. No. But as you can see, pretty decent setup going on here. And today we're going to hunt and find some warmer clothes because we're not dressed for the weather whatsoever. Sounds good. And yeah, see what else is here. So we spent a few nights there, took a tour of some of the main attractions like where they filmed Game of Thrones, went to the secret lagoon, also the famous bubble, but we will get to that later. And that brings me to my next lesson, which is safety first, because you never know when you're gonna drown. Packing up now, gonna head to, Joel, where are we going?
We're going to, I don't know where we go.
The bubble.
Oh, the bubble, yeah.
Vibes in that.
So we're gonna
Cruise like a four-wheel drive in that.
and go to the big bubble. But first we're gonna pack up all our shit and then fill up the car, let's go.
Fill up the car, let's go. Let's go.
And there are 3 rules in this car. First of all, you all have to be bucked in your seatbelts. Another rule is that everybody has to be very joyful and happy in the car. If they are not, I will throw them out and pick them on the way back. So after Gullfoss, we go to the secret lagoon.
Freezing outside. This feels great. Oh my god, that gets immediately hot. Wow. Joel, that's like, here's normal and there is actually boiling. That's crazy. Hopefully it's good for recovery. You know what they say, that you can boil a frog if you increase the temperature by 1 degree without him realizing?
What, they can die?
Yeah.
You boil anything like that?
We're doing that to ourselves. Slowly getting hotter without us realizing, oh, this is nice, it's not dead. Dude's got floaties on. And a life jacket.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Safety first.
Oh, and a noodle.
A noodle? And floaties?
And
That is awesome. You never know when you're gonna drown in a hot spring.
And after that, we go to Mika, the restaurant, and then to the bubbles.
You seen that these can fall? Ugh. This is stop one. And apparently this is where they filmed Game of Thrones as well. This is sick. I should have bought my Jon Snow outfit. Gutted. Would have been so good. God damn it, this looks nuts though.
What's the midget's name? That's me.
Yeah. You're the Dinkles.
Yeah.
This is so good. This tour guide's the best, by the way, if you guys haven't noticed. Hilarious. Pork, lamb, rice, veggies. What's that? Fish something?
Fish stew.
Fish stew. Have you had it?
Yeah, it's good.
Got a pump from that. So we just stopped for lunch at this, like, what I thought was a hot springs because of all these smoke things. And I think I was asleep in the car when he told us that you literally, it's 100 degrees and you'll burn to death if you go in there. And I thought we were swimming. So that's lucky they worded me up about that.
Surely you can touch that.
No, 200 degrees.
Go on then. Touch it.
I'll touch a tiny bit of it.
No, don't. Please don't.
Cooks the entire hand.
Not soft. I don't think that's boiling water.
Nice?
Cold.
That's cold.
That's actually cold.
Biggest anticlimax of the year. They were actually wild horses. We were literally driving along and the guy's like, we have these horses. No other people can bring animals into Iceland. They literally have their own animals and they want to breed them because they're strong and they like them. They have their horses, they have their, like, there's a couple polar bears that have stumbled in on glaciers, but otherwise there's literally these horses that live there and that's it. They're like ponies. Cute. Now to get to the bubble. So after the tour, we literally were dropped in the middle of nowhere. Like he said, this is it, and we laughed. We thought this is a joke. It was in the middle of nowhere. But we started walking, we got these lanterns. Felt like I was out of Harry Potter in the restricted section of the library. So we're walking through the snow for about just a couple minutes to find these bubbles. They are plastic bubbles in the middle of nowhere, and it was so sick. But that is where we learned that if you want to have the worst night's sleep, sleep in a bubble. Oh. So either we're going in the bubbles or we're gonna get murdered. Oh, these look awesome. Crazy. Wow. This is crazy.
That's fucking nuts.
How's this view?
It's not that warm in here.
It's not cold.
No, it's not cold.
Because these beds are heated. Or the floor's heated. This is insane. Imagine if you saw bears out here.
You'd be fucking shit.
Look at that. This is actually ridiculous. So good. Let's get this set up. We got my iPad here. We've got pizza. We've got some snacks. This is supposed to be the best Netflix and chill. You better not flap me fucking cheeks in the middle of the night. So even though that looked like the craziest thing ever, it was really, like, it was that crazy. You go in there, it was so light. Like, what you guys can see there is how light it is because all of the haze, the stars, it's ridiculous. So we get in there, me and Joel are sitting there, we're like, this is awesome. Chuck Netflix on, watching some South Park, life's pretty good. And then I decided to go to sleep, and then the rain came. So about 2 in the morning, rain on a plastic, I mean, this is what it sounded like. All night. And you could see everything. I was so close to getting earplugs in the blindfold, but then I thought, defeats the purpose. I'm in a bubble, enjoy it. So I stayed in the bubble. It was a good, I mean, you just don't sleep. That's the only issue. Would I do it again? Probably, but would I stay 2 nights? Definitely not. But the next morning, we did eat 1 million calories at the bakery, so life was pretty good again. So far I've told you that I was very cold and very sleep deprived. Little bit of a bitch, I'll admit, now that I think about it. But what I haven't mentioned is that Iceland is probably one of the most amazing places I've ever seen. It is just mountains for days. A shitload of ice. All you can see, as far as you can see, is just mountains and snow.
Mountains and shitcoins.
Mountains and pussies, that's all you can see. So we started with a hike. Now this hike should have taken, I think, 30 or 35 minutes to get there to the hot springs, which is like a natural lake, really hot, jump in it, amazing. And then it's meant to be the same back. But whoever did that, I reckon either ran it or fluid, because it did not take 30 minutes. This was one of the longest hikes I've been on in the snow. It was a bad time. Is it hot?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is boiling.
You can go there, you just can't go in.
This is 100 degrees. Come back a cooking video here. This bit killed me. I only realized this when I was editing it, how gassed I was. I was literally about to collapse by walking here. Like, you can make a cooking video here. Times by 10 exertion. Come back a cooking video here. So tired, didn't even realize it, but anyway, way too gassed.
Way too gas.
So apparently there's meant to be the hot springs here, but can't find it. So we're still walking about 40 minutes into this hike. The view is crazy. Scenery is ridiculous, but the hot springs is nowhere to be seen so far. And my ears are fucking freezing. Can you see it? Dad looks like a lost hiker, and that is just not ideal. No, we've lost Dad. He's gonna Bear Grylls himself out. This is just. I think we're about to sink. Well, that's an egg.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's about to boil ourselves in here. It was so cold when you're getting changed though, like you're basically half naked. I had to sprint into the hot springs and look, I had the GoPro in my hand, I nearly died. I slipped on it, look at it. Death. I didn't care about death, I just needed to get into that hot springs because my feet were freezing off. But could have been bad.
That is hot. You wouldn't think you'd having a bath in Iceland. Just a mountain.
You guys feel good?
Yeah, feel really good.
Whew. Definitely experience. Now, one thing I was quite shocked to learn about is that the food in Iceland is actually really, really good. So when I thought of Iceland, I just thought of these jacked Vikings, probably like eating sheep's heads and stuff. But when we got there, I was pretty blown away. Like the quality was ridiculous and every cuisine was amazing. And just when I thought I had it all wrong, we saw they did eat sheep's heads.
Pick it up, Joel, show us.
It looks like your head. So many lamb's heads. Oh no, that's the head there.
Oh, there it is, yeah.
Oh, that's scary. Oh, you can see the head.
Hey, look that way. Sickening.
There is no way any normal person would eat that. But I'm not normal.
Oh, it's got face detect on it. Detected it.
Oh, piss off.
Yeah, focused on it. Initial thoughts?
Sheepish.
You say sheepish?
Yeah, but I can't be in this video because of my hair again.
This is killing me. Every clip in this, I swear Joel hates his haircut so much because he says he looks like Dewey off Malcolm in the Middle. So guys, if you see Joel, just call him Dewey. Because every time he doesn't get the sides cut, he feels like Dewey. hilarious.
Yeah,
You're gonna get absolutely peed.
I'm not in this video.
Does anybody want some of this?
What do you think?
Oh, actually, that's just normal lamb meat by the looks of it.
Yeah, of course it is.
That's good as. Joel, taste this.
No.
You don't want to eat any sheep face?
No.
Try that.
No.
it's actually really good.
Dad doesn't eat lamb, he's not gonna eat lamb's face.
That's what I just thought in my head. What else did the guy say you'd eat off it?
So good.
I only just started liking lamb. I'm like, here, Dad, have a lamb's face.
to put me off lamb forever.
Yeah. Oh.
It's actually really nice.
It's actually really not.
But I feel like that's all you can get out of it.
You got issues.
No, you gotta eat the bloody everything.
There's nothing on it. I'm just not looking at it, but that's really nice. All right, Iceland. Not bad. But on a lighter note, we spent the last night staying at probably one of the nicest places I've ever stayed in my life, the Blue Lagoon. You don't think it's gonna be as good as the photos, and it actually is as good, if not better. So the bed's here, heaven. Chica in the corner. What's doing?
No, get Dewey out of it.
And look at this view. That is actually ridiculous. And too bad it's freezing out there because it's so cool. So I've got a spa booked in, a massage for about an hour, I think. So heaven. So I'm gonna go do that and check in with you guys a little bit after. So I'll probably be feeling like a pile of sugar-free jelly, which is the goal. So I'll see you in a bit.
God only knows I've been through highs and the lows. I've been down, down, down before. I've been through hell and back, in the flow still cold. I've been through hell and back.
I'm actually a pile of jelly right now. That was an experience. Let me show you guys what happened. So we get down there, just me and Mum. They go, okay, here's your wristband for your massage. This is the male, and here's yours. This is the female therapist. So I said, sorry, Mum, I'm taking it. So I took the female therapist, and then awesome, went down into the spa and I know what you guys are thinking. You're thinking, Zach, you got the nice, tall, blonde, good-looking girl, and you guys had a great time. No, I got the massage from the bloke. Awesome. There were two therapists awaiting us. One was a very big, hairy Icelandic man. Cool. And the other one was just another Icelandic man. Awesome. Now, I'm not homophobic at all, but, you know, ideally, I don't want an Icelandic man give me a nice, relaxing massage. But I wasn't going to get the bear. So this big bear came up to me and he goes, hello, Zach, here for your massage. And he started taking everything. Oh, no, he didn't. I got the I guess, the least masculine one. Just the normal looking bloke. Anyway, I got a massage from a bloke. That's basically it. It was actually really, really good. They're basically it was all floating. I've never had like anything like that before. Literally floating. I've never floated in my life too heavy. Not buoyant. Floated on this mat whilst getting like full exfoliated and massage. It was weird, but it was legit. Like, it was sick. And what I forgot to mention is mid-massage there was an earthquake. Took my mask off and I'm like, was that an earthquake? He goes, yeah. And there's a giant rainbow in front of me. As I'm floating in the middle of like the mountain getting a massage, I was like, what is going on? Pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty sick. I didn't care there was a bloke at this point. I was loving it, 100%. Even Dad came out and took a photo of the guy and he's got his hands massaging me going like, what do I do? Joel was like losing it. It was the funniest thing ever. I had no clue. I'm just like, this is heaven. So I feel like I've just woken up out of a coma. It's already like 2050. I don't even know what day it is, but I just feel like a pile of jelly. So it's not often that I actually get to just chill and do nothing. So I'm trying to get used to it. And this is the place to do that. If you want to just do absolutely nothing and enjoy life, this is where you do it. So after the heavenly massage, me and Joel checked out the pools. Like, there's a whole main kind of area of public pools. And for some reason, they were giving away like free face exfoliant scrubs kind of things. So you literally swim up to a little bar and then you just dip your hands in and chuck it on for 10 minutes. But I didn't really know about this. So I walked into the pool and I just see all these guys, like their faces, like they've just got the facial to the shit out. Weird as hell. But it was pretty funny because everyone was just walking around so clueless, just with the face full white. I reckon the guy back there is just literally taking a piss. The guy back there is thinking, this will be hilarious, we'll get these tourists, rub this on their face, and then they're just gonna go around swimming in the pools like it's all good. But that was quite enjoyable to see. The only downside of the whole trip was the fact that the Northern Lights are pretty hard to find. They pretty much don't even exist. They're not real, they're fairy dust. But no, they actually are quite difficult to see. So you got to be pretty lucky. And also, we nearly died on our flight home. Bit of context, we get to the airport, every single flight out of Iceland was cancelled because the winds were insane and a blizzard. So I was like, this is not good. This is not good at all. And then we get there and our British Airways flight was the only one that wasn't cancelled and was still on schedule. I still think Jason Statham was the one flying the plane. I mean, you could just imagine it. They'd be like, okay, every flight is cancelled and inform British Airways. And he goes, no, I'm doing it. What do you mean, Jason? You can't fly that. Everyone's cancelled it. There's no wind that can stop me. I'm flying the plane. And they'll be like, you didn't even know how to fly. He goes, it don't matter what I know. What matters is that I'm Jason Statham and I can do anything. And that's pretty much the only reason why we actually made it home safe, is thanks to Jason Statham for taking us home. Literally, it was hilarious. Dad thought we were gonna die. He was asking everybody on the way, is this normal? Is this normal? And they're like, no. And Dad's like, why is the pilot flying in this? And one lady literally said, who works at the airport, she goes, if it's a risk he wants to take. And we're like, don't tell me that when I'm getting on a plane. Scary shit. Anyway, I'm not really scared of flying, so I didn't really mind. I was kind of messing with Mum. I gave him a passport. I'm like, here you go, hang on to this. I won't be needing it ever again. And Dad didn't like the idea of all this, but we made it safely. As you can tell, I'm not editing this video in heaven. But guys, that is it for this video. Overall, it was a sick trip. I highly recommend you guys check it out. The places as well, I tried to link them in there. If you have any questions, shoot them in the comments. But guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, it means that you actually like me. And because there was no training, you didn't really learn anything from this, it just means that you're an absolute legend. So guys, I appreciate you. Thank you for this, and thank you for your time. What am I giving, a speech? That's it. Let's end this video. You guys know what to do. Stay nuts.
Got a fresh cut in the denims, all these sexy jeans in my section, and slide into your DMs in the PM and the AM. Then I slide into your feelings when you see just what I'm saying.